I feel like last time we spoke, you guys were going, hey, check out our podcast, and now you have built what is one of the most lucrative empires in all of podcasting. The Are You Garbage model is what they're calling it.
Sure, that's
right. It's incredible. Where are we at with these Patreon goals? Are we going to Disney World? I
gotta take them
stupid shit.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of stupid stuff.
You guys are
big mistakes.
You guys are like, Elon is a billionaire, and so he's just going to go ahead and take over Twitter. And you guys are like podcast billionaires, so you're doing your own version of that.
We're building a rocket ship at the studio, getting ready to roll.
We're the epitome of new money. So he's never been to Disney, so one of the goals was once we hit, I forget however many it was, I'm going to take him to Disney World for the first time, but it's raising a bit of an issue because he can't fit on any of the rides. So it's a waste of like $7,000.
These goddamn teacups.
Are you guys going with listeners, or are you just the two?
No, just the two. I'm just taking him.
Isn't that great, Jim? That's what happens when you go independent. You're like, you know what would be a good bit? We'll have the listeners send us to Disney World.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you're.
Kids.
So that's right now. That's what the thing is.
That's
it's like, okay, how do we make this worthwhile?
Yes,
I'll tell you, I did when my wife was pregnant with our daughter. It was like, she wasn't like super pregnant, but she was like 5 months pregnant probably. And so I was like,
you can't be doing the roller coasters. Well,
that's news. I didn't know. So I go
on the earth shaker. She'll be all right.
I go, you know what I'm going to do? She loves Disney. I go, this is the last time where we've got the one kid. It's a lot, but it's like, this is the last time. It's like for her birthday, and it's like 3 weeks out, which is not a lot of time to plan Disney.
No.
I was like, I'm going to surprise her. I'm going to real quick plan a trip to Disney World. I'm going to get my mom to take care of our baby. I'm going to do the whole thing. And like, blah, blah, blah. I plan the trip. I get her the little wristband. We go to Disney, and she's like, you know I can't ride any of the rides, right? And I'm like,
you got the ears on and the big lollipop? Yeah. I'll see you on Tuesday.
I go, here's the thing. A big part of it is the aesthetic. Like waiting in line to get on the ride is a big part of the experience.
Sure.
So we'll go online together.
What?
And then I'll ride the ride.
That's insane.
What a horrible vacation.
I'll meet up with you right after.
And what I don't get to, the thing that I've always had with Disney, like when I was a kid, we couldn't afford to go. So when my cousins went,
we still can't really afford to go, but
when my cousins went, I would always hate it. Be like, fuck, dude, I don't want to be. Yeah. What you have one kid, you're about to have another. Why not wait a year and take the kids?
Well, you can't wait a year. Like you can bring a 1-year-old to Disney.
But
I
it's
guess,
lost on them. Yeah,
it's lost. It's a waste
of money. Or 2 grown adults, some would say.
Or a pregnant wife.
Look, you can't. But you can go on the Kilimanjaro safari. I found out. Okay, so
she can get molested by a monkey. That'll be great.
You can't do that. The hyenas they smell the pregnancy. What are you, nuts? These mountain lions won't stop following us around.
Are you guys bringing a video crew when you go?
Yeah, we got our producer T-Bone, who we take everywhere. He shoots everything.
By the way, that'd be nice. Yeah. What a gig for T-Bone, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So the next one we're working on, I think we're like 100 or a couple patrons away, something like that.
This is the bad one.
We got all drunk one night at a dinner, and we were like, what are we going to do? And I was like, because it's like, now we're like painting ourselves into a corner. Somehow you got to top Disney. You got to start topping all this shit. I can't be like, we're going to go to the shore or whatever.
It crosses into Jackass real quick. All of a sudden, I'm taking a medicine ball to the stomach.
So we're going to do one $10,000 roulette spin on black in Atlantic City.
Which we wanted to talk to you about, Jim.
Yes.
Which we really can't afford.
$10,000.
You got that on you or what?
Yeah. Are you cash right now?
We're going to fuck 8 hookers. One of them has AIDS.
I do love that. I feel like the listeners would love it too. Like we got you to a point where you have $10,000 in cash, and you could use the $10,000, and we get to watch you lose it all in a second.
Well, they're also like because they know we're idiots. Like we made some money last year, we didn't save any for taxes. We're still relatively paycheck to paycheck. So they're all like, "Don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Like save your money, pay the tax man, and all that stuff." So they're looking out for us. They're like our parents.
Did you used to be a lawyer or something?
No, I used to work at a law firm.
Astronaut.
Yeah. Well, so if you worked at a law firm, aren't you like? Isn't that kind of your whole part of the thing? Like, I'm going to be the one who's smart enough to know that we finally made some money. We're going to have have to pay taxes.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
he's also a dirtbag
I
from
come from
Northeast
a-
Philly, and he knows not to walk away from the table when he's on a heater.
I come from a long line of dirtbags and cars being repossessed, so it's like we're not the most financially sound clan.
And
coming
I
out
put
of
us
there.
in a pretty bad spot this week. We were out in Los
I
Angeles.
saw some pretty suspicious photos. I
Yeah,
gotta be
man.
honest.
I got us kicked out of a $5,000 Airbnb with no refund.
Dude, after 24 hours, I get a message. You gotta go.
Alleged, by the way, alleged.
Yeah, this person in the photo, he was ripping a heater in the driveway of a house in Runyon Canyon, which apparently is like Forest Fire Central. Which but this gentleman, as I talked to him, did not know.
So wait, you guys rented a $5,000 Airbnb? Now is that for the week?
Yeah, it
we
was
got
for
the week.
5 nights or 6 nights. We're like, let's go. It was the first time we're going to L.A. We're doing a run of shows. We did San Fran and L.A. and San Diego. We're like, let's go out there and be comfortable.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it had a pool.
Live it up. Live like you should be living. Live like a couple of modern day success
There's
stories.
the picture.
Yes.
This is what the Airbnb.
Now, we don't know who that is, Jim.
We'll tweet that out at Jim and Sam Show in case any of you have seen
I've seen the perpetrator.
this mysterious person. Yes, it's a fairly average-looking human being.
Dude, I go to task me and the Airbnb guy who is a real jerk off. I'm like, we have not smoked on the property. I can guarantee it. Meanwhile, he's sitting next to me this whole time, knowingly he smoked. And I'm like, dude, we didn't break any of the rules. I'm a respectful guy, all this stuff. And I just get that message back. And he sent me the picture. That's from the Ring camera.
Oh, they have
He
a
goes, then
camera.
explain this. And I was like, all right, we'll be out. We'll be out by 9 a.m.
And he wouldn't give you a break? And
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Well, he might have given him a break had there not been a huge argument.
Leading
in
up
which
to
case, one party was saying, "You are lying, sir. There is
Yeah.
no smoking."
Oh,
Meanwhile,
wow.
he had a photo the entire time.
That's funny.
Dude, he played that like a fucking draw 4 in fucking Uno. He was like, take that, bitch. I was
You
like,
should have told her that Dolph Sweet showed up and just sparked the joint up.
It's oddly enough, he looks pretty. It's the rolls or the filter, but it's kind of muscular-esque.
Yeah.
I look like I fight X-Men. Are you kidding me? I'll go fucking 2 rounds of Wolverine. Or that
See,
guy
you
will.
do. You look strong.
Right? Yeah,
You look
100%.
strong.
I've been hitting the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Have you?
Yeah, I'm trying to build up a little muscle.
There you
Yeah,
go.
now we can lift heavier sandwiches. You
Give me
should
2
see him
guys.
with a foot long.
So you went there, and you guys, how many days were you there?
2, I think that was
2.
the first night.
Yeah,
So
that
then
was
the
the
next
first night.
day we got kicked out, and then we had to spend like fucking $3,500 on a new place.
But I had a bigger pool, so we're coming up.
How did he tell you he was booting you? He called you and he goes,
Well,
hey.
I was going back and forth with him, right? He was like, hey, I want to remind you, smoking. I'm like, hey, listen, we have. And he was being real pushy about all the rules. So I took a stand. I'm like, hey, man, we haven't been. You're being kind of ridiculous at this point, and you're, like, you're just
Right.
all up in my business. We paid you the money, fucking skedaddle, And then he drops that on me, and then I was, holy shit, I'm so sorry. I'll talk to him.
And what did he say?
I was still fighting it after that.
Yeah.
That could be anybody.
Obesity is a huge problem in America right now.
Especially Los Angeles.
Especially,
Yeah, it's
especially,
really bad
especially
there.
Runyon Canyon millionaires. So so then he turned me over to Airbnb support, and that's when I realized I was pretty jammed up.
What did they say?
They were like, "Hey, get that guy off the property."
Roll that guy off the property, will you?
So it was just like a lot of back and forth, and I thought we were good, and then he started sending more pictures of guests who were guests. He's like, "Get this unauthorized guest off the property," who was our producer Toby, and I'm like, you met him yesterday. Like,
That's T-Bone.
That's T-Bone, goddammit. I know he looks like a dirtbag.
T-Bone, come on.
So, and then they were just like, hey, we can't come to a resolution. You did break the rules of no smoking on the property, so he doesn't feel safe with you in the house
And
anymore.
you got no money back.
No money back.
And I bet that house didn't sit empty, did it?
No, dude,
No.
so I'm looking that night. We're driving. We load up the car. We hop in the car, and we're going to record another podcast, and I'm, like, looking for places to stay that night. And the house is fucking already listed to rent that night.
Oh, he just double dipped.
I wanted to
baby.
message him, like, hey, man, I'm in town for a couple of nights, looking for a nice place to stay.
That's how you turn 5 to 10 real quick.
Yeah, no shit. Real dirtbag fucking move.
Yeah, so he turned 5 to 10, and you guys went in the other direction.
Yeah, it was-
from
it was-
5 to, what is it? So 8,500.
Yeah, it was about a $20,000 swing on the weekend. Yeah.
That's where was that camera? It's outside.
That's on the garage, yeah. So it's like that's looking down the driveway.
Well, so was he watching you guys? How did
Yeah,
I
he
think
know?
he gets
Dude,
off
yeah,
on
he
this.
gets off on it.
Yeah, like
Because
he.
as soon as we got there, you got to take your shoes off and this, that, and the other thing. And the first contact we had with him about being a psycho was this is before I don't know if he had the picture in his back pocket, but the morning after that was taken the first night that we got there. The next morning we were at breakfast, and we were,
I hope you've made a T-shirt out of that.
Oh,
picture.
that's going on lunchboxes, mugs. That's paying for Disney.
Well, we told Toby. We met up with Toby, and he told Toby the story, and I could see Toby getting visibly angry, and he's like, "Yeah," but then he sent me this picture. Toby walks away for a second and turns around and goes, "Lunchboxes, thermoses, T-shirts, school bags. It's going everywhere."
Yeah, you got to make your $5,000 back on
I was
that.
saying.
He's in the hole. He's on a payment plan already.
But no, so we that happened the first night, and then the next morning at breakfast, we were gonna have we recorded Andrew Santino while we were out there on the coast, and we were gonna have him over, but we were worried with all these fucking rules that we read. So Kippy called him and was like, "Hey man, just so you know, we're gonna have our cousin come by for lunch." He's like, "Call me. You can't have anybody. You gotta read the rules."
Yeah, he answers the phone. He goes, "You didn't read the rules." I go, "Hey, I did read the rules. I just mentioned them in the message that I sent you. Clearly, I read them."
He was real LA. Too.
What a pain in the
surgery,
ass.
The fucking fish lips. You can see
Tan
the
skin,
dude,
tight
And he
polo
wouldn't let you
shirt.
have a guest for lunch?
No, I was like at 11 o'clock on like a Wednesday. I'm like, what kind of trouble are we going to get into then? You know,
Oh my God.
I like how Jim said that. You could have a guest for lunch.
Yeah.
for
Annoying.
IT.
But I don't fuck with Airbnb anyway. It scares
I'm
me.
done,
in
man.
I'm a fucking hotel guy through and through.
But
Yeah.
we did Airbnb because there was 4 of us going out there. I'm like, 4 of us in LA
Yeah,
for a
of
week. It's
course.
going to be $7-8 grand that I don't want to spend, and then I ended up spending $7 or $8 grand.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're good, but I don't trust people with hidden cameras. And
Dude,
stuff.
I panicked like that too, and then they ended up getting us. That was it. I took that picture. That was our backyard. It was fucking sweet.
Bro, I love that there's a before and after.
Dude, it's-
Look
I
at
literally
how-
took that.
Look at how excited you are. This is literally, you're sitting there going, the world is ours.
Dude, I got a mimosa next to me. It was our only day off. We're
that was
hanging
my
out.
room to the right there.
If he's that nervous, why is he on Airbnb?
Yeah,
I
no
think
shit.
it's a scam. Like, he was like, I throw people. Like, when we got there and checked in, he's like, I don't mind throwing people out. I'm like, I get it, whatever.
Maybe that's the business. Like, he just
Yeah.
watches, waiting for you to break
He gets
one
off
rule.
on it. He probably doesn't have a family or anything. Like, he just fucking.
Because he made $10,000 instead of $5,000.
Yeah, he just ingratiates himself into like these people's lives.
I walked right into his trap.
Yeah,
What
you
are
did.
some of the rules besides smoking and not having guests?
Shoes off as soon as you get in the house.
But it's also like shoes off. If you're without your shoes off, $100 fine. Smoking on the property, $1,000 fine.
sleeping on the couch.
Sleeping on the couch, $1,000 fine.
What?
All
a
this shit.
jihad for taking a nap.
I know.
Yeah.
But how would they know? They shouldn't know if you slept on the couch. They shouldn't be watching you sleep.
I know, it's weird. So, they also threatened to kick me off Airbnb about 5 times.
Why?
Just because, I broke the house rules and apparently we're just like a group of animals that can't be taken anywhere.
I think he thought you were the guy in that picture.
There's no way he thought I was the guy in that picture.
He was probably confused.
Guy put on weight since I left.
Did you like LA? Did you guys like it?
In what sense?
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's relaxing out there.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's beautiful. The weather's beautiful. I like the layout. If I had a little bit of coin, I could see living in one of those neighborhoods because you have a regular neighborhood, you know what I mean, with like nice houses. But then you walk half a block, you're at a 7-Eleven. You got your taquitos and the whole 9
Yeah,
yards.
that's true. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well,
I did fuck up one more time though in L.A. If you want to know.
Oh, yeah. So, that's where we were.
'Cause
The-
I wish it was
I-
in the Chateau Marmont.
while you were spiking up.
The continental breakfast killed me. I don't know what they put in those eggs over there.
were they fentanyl laced? No, just eggs.
Just a lot of them.
Fully caught a hot batch of what? French toast. Fuck. He gets all fucked up. We're at that ye old rustic ale house or whatever. He goes, I'm going home. We go, okay, great.
Yeah.
This, fucking bozo goes home, deadbolts the lock to the Airbnb, and it's just like a keypad. So he deadbolts it from the inside, passes out,
I had
puts
the
his
whole place
headphones.
to myself.
Phone's dead.
Nice.
Passes out, puts headphones in, closes the door, and is just fucking out.
I had my CPAP on. I
Has
was in La La
CPAP
Land.
machine. He's gone, dude. So at like 1 o'clock, we start trying to get in the house. We can't get in. We're trying. We're banging on the door. There's like 2 or 3 of us just banging on the door.
And all you're hearing is,
Yeah, he's like a fighter jet, dude. So at 2 in the morning, and meanwhile all of our phones are my phone's the only one on. It's at 4%. So we're calling him, FaceTime, anything. He's not waking
love that
up.
it's at 4% because now you know time is limited.
Time's limited.
Yeah.
So I got to make a move on a fucking hotel room, on 2 hotel rooms at.
This is your second Airbnb.
This is second Airbnb.
Wow.
I've been now locked. I can't get in. I gotta stay in like a Holiday Inn Express or wherever the fuck we landed.
This was not in the budget.
No. The second Airbnb, the first, if we're being honest, the $5,000 Airbnb wasn't in the budget either.
We should have been staying with friends.
Yeah, that was a treat yourself moment.
Yeah,
Little did you know you'd be paying out the nose every night you were there.
So we get locked out. We got to get hotel rooms. Everybody, dude, he's fucking sound asleep in a fucking tuna sandwich
Sound like a
coma.
baby.
We wake up now. He wakes up at like 6 a.m. because he went to bed at like 10:30 or whatever.
Good for you. Got a full night's sleep. Go for a jog in the morning.
Rested.
Get my day started here.
He's such an idiot. It's crazy. Then I wake up with phone calls and text messages. Where the fuck are you guys at? I'm worried sick. I'm like, hey, jerk off. You locked us all out of that.
I'm worried sick.
Yeah.
I'm worried sick.
Luckily, I had the other half of that tuna sandwich in the fridge. Hold me over until I saw Skippy.
You sleep with your apnea mask? I'm fascinated. I tried mine again yesterday just to read with. I can't keep it on for more than a minute.
Really?
Well,
Fucking
doesn't your insurance, haven't they taken it away from you?
No.
They call me up. They're like, yo, you got to make sure you're using it, otherwise we're taking it I
Oh, no. I've
Yeah.
never heard from them again.
Well, you
What
pay
kind of
cash.
insurance you got?
I don't know. Not Norton's. This guy's living good. I like it. I love it, though.
I'm so jealous.
I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
helps you sleep through your friends' emergencies. So you
Everything
did.
just drifts away.
He goes, I thought there was an emergency. I was like, there was. You locked us the fuck out.
So you did get a hotel.
Yeah, we ended up having to get 2 hotels, and that's like awkward when you're like on hotels tonight, and I'm like, it's past the night you're
Thrown
checking
into
in,
a
but you're
hotel
still
room at 2 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never.
Yikes.
It's never like no, it's just a vacation.
But I bet you they didn't say a fucking word, did they? There's no ring phones over there. You do whatever you want in that hotel.
Sure. I
There
did
is-
make a hot pocket in the lobby, so things were all right.
There is something nice about a hotel. I feel
Great,
like
they're great.
once you put that "Do Not Disturb" sign on the
Yeah.
doorknob,
Oh, yeah.
like
Right.
that's yours for the stay, for the duration.
I've stayed at, like maybe like a Hyatt or like a JW Marriott, but you stayed at the Ritz, huh?
I have, yeah. It's very expensive.
That's
I
awesome.
don't do it often, and it's only if I get a hotel buyout and I have to pay a little extra for
Extra
the
to get
hotel.
it, yeah.
Yeah, but I won't go crazy.
Let me tell you what the best part of this entire radio deal has been, and there hasn't been a lot, but the best part of this entire radio deal has been the fact that Jim likes to travel in comfort. And for some reason, they think that it would be not the greatest thing for morale to put Jim in the hotel that he needs to be in and me in the cheapskate hotel.
Ooh.
So
You get leveled up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I get to travel in comfort. And the hotel that they put us in Los Angeles,
There you go.
I mean, my God.
Love
is
that.
it like, I don't want to go home when I'm there. It's the only hotel I've ever taken a bath in.
Whoa.
I never use hotel tubs. But I looked at this and I said, you know what?
Wow, you should do that at the Overlook.
I said, I'm sure that it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but the people that have stayed here,
Yeah.
this is not the same caliber
Sure.
of human being that
Sure.
takes a bath at most hotels.
That you're used to.
Yeah. It is.
You're in that bubble bath. You got your WWE guys fighting each other.
It was the best. The
From
ring
the top
floats.
The ring floats.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
And I got leveled up from Opie and Anthony because those guys
Right.
traveled first, so I got it in the contract. That's the way it is.
And you never, once it's in there, you never let it go.
And they don't take it out. And like any entertainment stuff, like if you network flies you, it's just
Yeah.
standard. Like
Yeah,
it's not
they
even-
have to do it. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
part of everyone gets it. It's not even.
That's
you know?
awesome. So
Yeah.
whenever you guys fly as a part of the show, it's first class.
Sirius flies us first
Or
class.
business, whatever. There's
Yeah, whatever's available.
Which, I didn't get until I hitched my wagon to Jim.
Oh, Jimmy Norton.
But yeah, first
You're on
class.
the bus?
And then it's in the.
You gotta,
Oh,
leave,
yeah.
you gotta leave a week before the show. What the fuck?
Don't worry, Sam will find his way there.
Yeah, he's on the John Madden plan.
He didn't like to fly. Is that what it
No,
was?
yeah, he
Yeah,
hated
hated
it.
flying.
He would take a bus everywhere.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, except mine was yellow. It was not the same as John Madden.
And short.
Yeah. Are You Garbage is available every Monday and Thursday on all streaming platforms, as well as their incredibly successful YouTube channel. And the boys are blowing up on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/areyougarbage.
Thank
You guys are
Sam.
great.
Thanks, guys. I
You guys are
appreciate
the
you having
best.
us in.